and welcome along to the RS Media live commentary. I'm Mike Heineman, joined today by Russ Vernon as well, as we commentate from Goodison Park for Everton's game against Arsenal. I'll run you through the Arsenal lineup and then hand you over to Russ as well. The lineup with the formation is Bernd Leno in goal, back three of Rob Holding, David Luiz and Kieran Tierney. The fullbacks are Maitland-Niles on the right, Saka on the left, Elneny and Ceballos in the midfield two, Nicola Pepe and Willian either side of Eddie and Nketiah up front. And on the bench for Arsenal, Hector Bellerin, Alex Lacazette, Ramerson, Cedric, Mustafi, Willock, Kolasinac, Smith Rowe and Gabby and Martinelli as well. And the Arsenal lineup there is of course missing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as well, who misses out with a tight groin strain today, I think, as well. So it's a tight groin, tight thigh, I'm not too sure, but he misses out anyway through that. And what's the Everton lineup, Russ?
I'll just get ready for to Max. So just load it up now for you, man. Just give me a second, so we'll just get it loaded when you. And we'll just take a bit of time for it.
That's fine, mate. Evening, Josh, as well. And yes, Brad, I didn't like doing that intro, did I? I had to do it a second time. It's definitely been into the bloopers show at the end of the year, that one.
Yeah, you probably will do, Mike, to be fair. Mike, I could tell you didn't like doing the intro, so I thought you're definitely going to the bloopers at the end of the...
We'll do a December the 31st special or whatever.
Yeah, so the Everton team is Pickford. I've got the Everton team now, Mike. It's Pickford in goal, back of Aldgate, Mina, Keane and Godfrey, Decore and Davis in front of the back four. And it will be on the right, with Johnson on the left, Sigurdsson, the captain in the middle, with Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front. And there's 9 subs on the bench today, Mike.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I saw that. I mentioned the Arsenal line just beforehand. And I did see the Everton lineup as well with their subs. And they've actually got 2 sub-goalkeepers on the bench, haven't they? So just get into that as well.
Yeah, it's Olsen on the bench and Jonas Lascelles, they're the goalkeepers. Then it's Coleman back from injury and Kernu, Kenny, Banthwaite, Gordon, Bernard and Tosin on the bench for Everton. And are you going to run through the bench for Arsenal, Mike?
Yeah, I already did, mate. Yeah.
Okay, I can remember if you did that on the bench.
Gabby Martinelli on the bench is a good one. Of course, he wasn't involved in the 23 yesterday, and everyone was kind of speculating that he might be involved. And it's good to see him there. And I do think he might even get a bit of a run out later on as well.
Yeah, man, be good to see him get a run out after injury. Mike, be interested to see how well he plays after injury as well. To be fair, mate.
Yeah, it will.
With him coming back from injury, it'd be interesting to see how well he does on his first appearance for quite some time. And do you think Arsenal have missed him at some points, Mike?
Yeah, I'd have to say that. I think he's very creative. He can make things happen out of nothing. Take the Chelsea game, for example, with the 2-2. He ran the whole length of the pitch pretty much and scored. So I do think we have missed him. And I think he can play in a number of positions where he can play through the middle or either on the right or the left-hand side of that front three.
Yeah, I think you've missed him as well, Mike. So should be a good encounter, this one. Hopefully there'll be plenty of goals. And Mike, when I've joined you on the commentary that we did last week, the Everton one, we got a goal. But it was for Everton. I wonder if we'll get the same tonight or whether it'll be a Arsenal goal and an Arsenal win tonight, Mike.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the latter, mate, of course. And I'm going to actually put it on now as well. Just give me 1 second. And then, so my stream has now started. It's just about to kick off on my end.
You're just about to kick off on my end.
It is a message for Christmas. And for
I think they're going to actually do the knee, actually, first of all. Let me just double check. Let's see. I know, they're just taking the knee on mine now.
Yeah, the value.
I'm just about to adjust. I'm trying to adjust it through this as well. I've got my. Hold on a minute. Stay with me a second. I can't do anything with that yet. I might have to just stand up a minute. Bear with me.
There's Mike.
Right, so I'm back. There we go.
There's me. That's fine.
To adjust some sounds there. So we're about 20 seconds in already. I managed just one ahead of there for Arsenal. And it's I was saying on stream actually to Ed just before we come on, we did a little podcast for his channel as well, the She War channel, and it's good with Mohamed El Neni. Of course, he's come back from that loan and he's done really well for us, hasn't he?
He has been impressed with when he's played, apart from the little bit of antics where he could have been
Last week,
off
Miss Burnley,
in the game, but he's done well overall, Mike. I think he's worked really well for Arsenal. It's good to see Nketiah starting today, man. Do you reckon he deserves his chance from his performances when he's come off for the bench?
Sorry, mate. So again, I was reading Brad's cheeky little comment in the comment section there.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, with Eddie Nketiah, do you think he deserves his chance to start up front today? Because for me, I think when he's come off for the bench, he's looked lively and changed things. So I think he deserves a start today.
Yeah, he's done really well. I'm going to actually turn away from the comments as well, though, because I can't be bothered to read all that nonsense. But anyway, I'll keep an eye on the main comments, but just not Brad, because he's trying to be wind up today. But I think Eddie's got a good opportunity here now, yeah. And of course, he played on Wednesday night alongside Aubameyang as well, and he's the top goal scorer for Arsenal at the moment as well. So I do think that he's only a young boy. He's 21 years old. He's very, very good at what he does. He's a finisher. He's a poacher. He can score. Poacher's goals. He's done it for Arsenal and for England. So yeah, it's a big test for him today. But I think he'll thrive, and to have Pepe and Willian alongside him, two experienced players as well, they'll help him and guide him through, I think.
I agree as well, Mike.
Just looking here now, it's Everton just had an opportunity to cross it into the box there. Which has gone out of play, so it's currently a goal kick for Arsenal. And of course, Everton are doing really, really well at the moment, aren't they? They've started really brightly this season. They've got Ancelotti in charge, who's recruited well as well.
Yes, and up to fifth position at the moment as well. So I think they're doing very, very well at the moment. Everton, good win against Chelsea as well. So I think he's causing quite a few problems.
Absolutely, yeah. And you've seen both of these sides play against Leeds as well, and Leeds have got positive results against both of the sides, drawing against Arsenal and beating Everton. So we'll get into that in a minute. So I think Russ is got his mum there or whatever now, or his dad. But anyway, we'll just got Bukayo Saka on the ball at the moment for Arsenal. Give it to Mohamed El Neni. And he's going to go back to Kieran Tierney there as well now. He's going to knock it to David Luiz, who's playing it around at the back. And back to El Neni again now. David Luiz, of course, captain in the side for Arsenal today. What do you make to that, David Luiz being put in as captain?
Well, to be honest, Mike, I saw before kick-off from the Arsenal Twitter feed that the captain today for Arsenal wasn't David Luiz.
No?
And I've got in front of me here as well. Is Rob Holding, his centre-back partner, Rob Holding on the right-hand side of the back three. So looks like Holding is the captain. What do you make to that? Because I think, I'm not really sure he's more the experienced one. I would have probably given it to Luiz.
Yeah, I would have as well. I think it's
Holding was the captain.
I would have given it to David Luiz as well, coming in and replacing Gabriel, who it's Gabriel's birthday today as well. So I know that red card he got on Wednesday, probably played a part in the fact he wanted his birthday off as well and didn't want to have to play a game on his birthday. But I think that Rob Holding, could work as a captain. I think he's got leadership qualities, and I think, he's got experienced head David Luiz and, in fact, Kieran Tierney alongside him as well, both experienced leaders and winners. So hopefully they'll both guide him through and help him along the way. But yeah, it's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I think it is as well. And to Giggs, who's just tuned in as well.
Oh yeah, you're right. So just at the moment still just knocking the ball around Everton, and it's Iwobi, the man who's probably going to score today, as I said to Ed earlier, and we said it on the podcast on Friday as well, that he's going to no doubt end up getting a goal. And Eddie Nketiah has just been brought down there by Tom Davis, and we're 5 minutes in. Who's been the brighter for you so far? I think it's quite a cagey start, really, isn't it, Ross?
Yes, cagey start at the moment, man. Both teams playing very, very, very well at the moment. Both trying to get a foothold, both trying to feel their way into the game, trying to work out where the openings are going to be in both teams. So I think it's been a fairly cagey start at the moment, and hopefully we'll be able to see that throughout the game this evening as well. And I'll be able to bring you up to a few stats as well at half time.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Section that from what I've got.
Yeah. And of course, actually talking about Everton and Arsenal as well, the last game I was actually at back in February before the lockdown was Everton and Arsenal at the Emirates, and Arsenal won that 3-2. Arsenal are actually 1-0 down by this stage. They were 1-0 down within about a minute, I think it was, through Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So they started, brighter than they did that day.
Yes, both teams have played sort of fairly well at the moment in time. Should be a decent game, and hopefully it'll be a good game of football. And hopefully, my trend continues with there being goals in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it'd be nice if there's a couple of Arsenal goals as well. Maitland-Niles is just trying to take it round Richarlison there, but Richarlison has done really well and actually beaten into the ball and got it clear as well. And Everton are going to try and counter here now with Tom Davies and Decore and just knocking it amongst between themselves really. But it's Decore has just done his man there. He's done. I think it was William. He's just turned him lovely.
Yes, he was William, Mike, and did absolutely fantastic to get past him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's it. Good point as well there from Wide. Just to let everyone know, we are 10 minutes behind, but we will try and sync it up for the second half. Had a few issues technically and stuff like that, but we will try and get it for the second half in sync. So of course, don't give us spoilers on goals or whatever. We're going to try and do that as best as we can. The fact that we're not keeping across the score anywhere else. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, we've gone for all the stats. I'll just close that down for time being, just while it's till at least half time, and then I'll look at it off when it's half time for us. That's from the first half, guys.
I'm just looking at the Everton formation as well. They've gone with a 4 centre backs again across their defence, and Decore and Davis in the middle, and then it looks like Iwobi and Richarlison either side of Calvert-Lewin, and Sigurdsson just in that number 10 there as well.
Yeah, the formation which I saw before the game as well, it looked like we were going to play a 4-2-3-1 today with Iwobi and Richarlison going forward to support Calvert-Lewin when they're on attacks, but when they're defending, draw back into that midfield with Sigurdsson, and Sigurdsson draw back as well. Make it like a back five, midfield 5, to make it like 4-5-1 when Everton are defending, which so far from what I've seen, it does look that way.
It does actually, it does. And just the stat there about Decore, he started every game for Everton this season as well. And of course, this is an Everton side that are without Allen now as well, because he got that nasty injury in the last game that they played in midweek, and he's going to be out for a little while now. So just, of course, want to wish him a speedy recovery as well, and hopefully he's not going to be out, too long.
Yes, and I just want to also, we're just knocking the ball around.
Yeah.
About a bit. I just want to send my best wishes to the Rotherham United player who is currently unknown but has tested positive for COVID-19. Best wishes to him, and some other players showing symptoms of the virus. So best wishes.
Yeah, it's happened here at Stevenage as well. There's been a couple of cases. So the last 2 games, today's game, which would have been against Exeter, and then last Tuesday's game as well, were also called off. So it's a crazy time at the moment. But just hopefully Stevenage can get back to action next weekend as well, and can get back playing again come Boxing Day next week.
Yeah, so the Rotherham game was called off against Derby today. Also, just so people know as well, that the game, the Rotherham players all went and had an emergency COVID test today. So
it was off, wasn't it? Yeah.
Got called off at 2 this afternoon. So
I did see that as well. I saw that earlier. And of course, in the Premier League, there was some good results today. Lots of goals already. Liverpool put 7 past Crystal Palace, didn't they? There's lunchtime kick-off, and Southampton were narrowly edged out by Man City as well.
Yes, I saw both of those games, Mike. This is Everton now, but Everton's rivals, Liverpool, could have had more than the 7, could have had 8, 9 potentially. Man City could have had more, but Southampton equally could have gone on the score sheet and done really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and if you look at that Liverpool game as well, that done wonders for my fantasy football team. I'll tell you that. I had Salah, Robertson, and Trent Alexander-Arnold all in the team, and I think I already had like 32 points or something come the Man City game as well. Salah got me a fell back, and he got me 14, and the other two got me 9 each. So it's a good start.
It was, yes, and you're slowly creeping up the tables. Me and Maya, I mean, you're coming in first, Mike.
Absolutely, yeah. I won't be too far behind. Maybe the start of January, I'll be able to take him on it. Yeah.
hopefully, Mike, it's not me. Hopefully, after this round of fixtures, I'll remember to check and make a few changes to what I've got, because I forgot to make changes for a number of weeks.
Same. So have I. It's just having a look in how Arsenal are on possession, but Everton have had the early possession. Really, it's 67-33 at the moment. But Arsenal was just knocking it around, and it was El Neni onto David Luiz there, onto Tierney, who's just won a throw in. But Everton have started to brighten in terms of possession stats, as you probably would expect from the home side to do.
Yes, and you would expect Everton, with being the home side, to come out, try and create the early chances, and you would expect Arsenal, being the away side, to try and break on them and use the counter-attacks, mainly, which at the moment is keeping like that.
That's right. That's right. Right. That's it's one above tier 4.
Yeah.
But no, it's a chance here for Alex Iwobi, actually. I was going to whip it in, and it's gone straight into the hands of Leno, who claims that quite comfortably and convincingly in the end. And he just bowls it out to Maitland Niles, who kept his place at right back today because of Cedric and Bellerin both being on the bench. And as much as I love seeing that, it is a surprise that Bellerin doesn't get straight back in, because he's one of Mikel Arteta's favourites, isn't he? And he's had his ban. And he's on the bench, so it's quite a good decision really from Mikel to do that, because Maitland Niles, I thought, did play well on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Ceballos does in these next 3 games, to see whether when Xhaka's band's back up, whether Xhaka comes back
after the next game. So we've had the one game against Southampton already. This is the second one of his ban. And then we've got Man City in midweek, and I don't know if it counts in that competition as well, whether he's able to play or not. And then we've got Chelsea after that. So yeah.
Yeah, Mike, in the red cards only count for the competition that the game in this season. So they'll have to play in the one in midweek.
Yeah.
Will be suspended for Southampton. He's suspended for today, obviously. He's suspended for Chelsea. So his next Premier League outing will be against Brighton.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, which is a tricky place to go to as well. Arsenal know that all too well. We don't really, do that great when we go to the Amex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a throw in.
I noticed that as well, Mike.
Just a throw in here, and it looks like actually there's El Neni's made a couple of fouls. There's an Everton man down. Not too sure who it is. I think it might be Sigurdsson, actually, somebody like that.
Yeah, it is Sigurdsson, Mike. It is Sigurdsson who's gone down the number 10 for Everton there. But I'm not sure if he's still down on the floor, which I think he might be. But he's just got back up.
He's just got back up. Yeah, back to his feet.
He's limping nearly coming though, Mike, which is a bit of a worry for Everton.
Yeah, that's right. And Everton are just knocking the ball around in the midfield now. Michael Keane's got it there, and Yerry Mina as well. We're just going to try and build from the back now for them, and it goes out to the right hand side now, and they're just going to knock it around. And yeah, it's pretty much just passing it around at the moment. There's El Neni there as well, and he's trying to give it to William. And William's lost out there.
Yeah,
my dinner's just arrived as well, so in the half time. Wow, what a shot that was from Michael Keane. He's literally about 25 yards away from goal there, the former Burnley centre back, of course, and nobody closing him down at all. He goes and smashes that one there. He's got Bernd Leno diving for that as well, and wow, that would have been a great goal from Michael Keane. But you have to say, Arsenal was just letting them play through the middle there, and there was nobody anywhere near him from an Arsenal perspective. There was no player trying to close him down.
Yeah, and that's what I'm about to say to you, Mike. Don't you worry that when opposition teams attack, like saw bits from the Southampton Island, they were attacking, other teams attacking previously in previous games, like against Leeds as well. When those teams attack, your players seem to sit off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And let them come forward and attack. As You see
That
now.
worries me a lot there with Michael Keane. I know he's winning the book, by the way. I'm not too sure what that was for, but I think it might have been for the foul on Gylfi Sigurdsson when he was down. But Arsenal on the attack here now. It's with Nicola Pepe. Good touch on by Nketiah to get it on the attack, though. But it's well cleared out by Everton, and Rob Holding going to see it back to back, don't know. But that was really poor from an Arsenal perspective. They've got to defend a lot better than that.
They have, yeah, they've got to defend much better than that, Mike, and got to defend much better. Because in Europe, I saw the bits of the Dundalk game as well, Mike.
Yeah, it was. Oh, chance
And
here, Tierney. And it's into the hands of Pickford there. Eddie Nketiah tries to jump for it, but he's not very tall, and it was kind of always going to happen that the Everton man was going to, the keeper was going to go and grab that. But Arsenal were trying to probe and get forward a bit now. But that's it. Eddie Nketiah is not the tallest player, and actually, I think Kieran Tierney's done an injury there. He's done something to himself as well.
it looks like he's
doesn't look very good. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, man, it looked as though when he tried to put the cross in, when his standing leg may have just tweaked like his calf area, which is what Aubameyang's out for. With his calf or his lower back.
He's all right. He's up and moving. So yeah, there's no ill effects of that challenge. Of course, they are just panning on Calvert-Lewin now as well. The man who is flying high at the top of the goal scoring charts is in my fantasy team as well. I've rated him very, very highly, and I think he's one of the next big English strikers that can go on and really do well. And he has to 100% be involved in the squad for next year. And I'll start him probably alongside Harry Kane as well in that tournament.
Yeah. Also, Mike, I just want to ask you a quick question as well. Looking at the English strikers, we've got Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
And also Patrick Bamford, who's doing well from the English.
Yeah, and of course, you have to mention Danny Ings as well.
Yeah, and Danny Ings as well. And if you just, for example, just take the first two I mentioned, Bamford and Wilson. If it was out of those two, from what you've seen of those two strikers so far this season, which striker would you personally take? Because I think with the formation with England play, where it's mainly a 4-2-3-1, but I think basically we could drop Keane into that number 10 role that is part of the three midfielders.
Yeah.
And have someone like Bamford who would close down quicker.
I think it would work. I think he's not enough of a look-in for England as Patrick Bamford. I've seen him plenty of times this season. Even in the game when Leeds played Arsenal, he was exceptional. He looked like he was going to make something happen for him. And even Chelsea, he scored against Chelsea the other day, didn't he? As well. It's very good talent and somebody that should be getting more of a look-in for England. But of course, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Harry Kane are the main two. But yeah, Bamford's always worth a shout. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at Wilson in that game against Leeds, in particular, he didn't really have a sniff. Mentioned Nooks striker with Joe Linton on that occasion, and he caused Leeds problems. Whereas with the striker that we had, whereas Callum Wilson, he didn't really cause Leeds much problems. So I just thought that's where Nketiah and what you mentioned about Calvert-Lewin in there.
Eddie's always going to be. I love Eddie as well. I think Eddie's a really raw talent, and I think. He'll go on, and he's done it for the 21s. He'll go on and he'll be successful for the seniors as well.
Yeah, I think there's a good group of English players that from the 21s coming through.
Yeah,
who could really step up quite easily, but they must think if they do step up and then for whatever reason next squad they're not chosen in the seniors and they go back into 21s. It's not anything they've done while they've been in there. It's just that other players have been in form ahead of them, and so them to just work a bit harder.
This man on the ball would do a good job in the midfield as well. Actually, for me, Tom Davis, the Everton man.
Yeah, I think he could do well for England in midfield. He's played well for the under-23s when he's had a chance. So I think that could work. And if, say, like Eddie Nketiah gets called up to the senior squad and Davis, Davis will have someone there who he knows can help him settle in. But plus, they'll have Pickford there to help him settle in as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Always going to be in the England squad.
Michael Keane more often than not will be around. Yeah.
Michael Keane as well. Yeah, so they'll have players who will play away or players who would have played against to help him settle in. But with Nketiah, he's been in and around there already, so a few times, been knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Even
Everton are probing as well. They're trying to knock on the door. King there trying to feed Calvert-Lewin, but it was comfortable for Burton Leno, and Arsenal are going to try and play it around from the back at the moment. Ceballos and Holden. And what do you make to the playing out from the back? Like, do you reckon that's something that teams like Arsenal in particular, they're very prone to making a mistake when they do that?
Yeah, they are. But if you want to play that from the back, look at what Leeds do, for example. Because for Arsenal, we play back three.
Yeah.
And play that from the back could easily be a mistake because you could play it it's the middle of the three centre backs, and it could cause and someone could be on him quite quickly. Whereas with Leeds, we play with back four, and our two centre backs split, and our right back and left back they get further pitch out wide, so you can either play to one of the centre backs or try and knock it over top to the wing right back.
Was it in the back of the net? Everton are ahead. And it's that man, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's put it into the back of the net there, 21 minutes on the clock. I'm trying to see who it was that's delivered it in. I think it was from the right-hand side, so it could have possibly even been Iwobi. I want to just double-check who it was. But it was a good ball in anyway.
It might be Iwobi, Mike.
And Dominic Calvert-Lewin there does what Dominic Calvert-Lewin's been doing all year. And, he's put it into the back of the net. And the troubles for Arsenal keep on continuing.
Yeah, and Mikey, he looked at me as well, though, Mike. He come off of Rob Holding as well, because he took a deflection off Holding's chest after Calvert-Lewin got the header. And if you just watch this, Richarlison picked up the ball on this left-hand side, looked into Davis, who played a fantastic ball.
Across to Iwobi, and then Iwobi. Yeah, it's off of Holding,
Comes off of Holding last. Yeah. But I would say that should go down as a Calvert-Lewin goal because I think Lewin's shot was on target and was possibly heading in.
I'm not too sure. I want to see what they're going to say. I know Calvert-Lewin's going to claim it because it's on target, but yet again, I want to see what Sky is saying here in regards to that and other sites as well. But Arsenal's
I've just got confirmation come through from Sky and the official Premier League.
Yeah.
And they have given it to Rob Holding own goal in 22 minutes.
Okay, so it's more worries for Arsenal. Aubameyang's out, and Gabriel's out today. Partey's out. This side, 1-0 down now as well. And we said about it beforehand. The running as well. We've got City in midweek in the cup. We've got Chelsea. We've got Brighton. We've got West Brom. Who are going to have the new manager bounce as well. It's not an easy running.
No. Also in there, man, you've got Crystal Palace. They've lost today to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who at the moment top of the league, and they were better than Arsenal and have been for quite a few weeks. So that could be a tough. Newcastle got beat by Leeds, but they play some decent football.
Exactly.
Southampton narrowly lost.
You touched on Palace. I just want to bring in the fact they played so well against Spurs last week, and Spurs are top of the league at that point, weren't they as well?
Yeah. Also, you've got Southampton who ran Man City close today as well. They've got Man United at home, where Man United away from home in the Premier League have won all the games. So
I know, yeah.
End of January, that's good. Next month, between now and end of January, it's going to be struggling for Arsenal. I can't see in that run, Mike, where you're going to pick up a win from, to be honest.
Me neither at the moment. As it stands, Everton are up to second as well, just behind their Merseyside rivals, and Arsenal were still in 15th, but there's serious troubles at the moment. Games, played more games than most of those clubs as well, or all of those clubs actually below us. Brighton, if they were to win, could go above us. They play tomorrow night or tomorrow. I'm not too sure who they actually play, but it's let's have a look. And even Newcastle and Fulham, that game there in the 8 o'clock game, if Fulham get a result there and take themselves up to 12 points, they're breathing down on next as well, and they'll be overtaking a couple of the teams, and we'll move down a place or two probably as well.
Yeah, you can end up moving down a couple of places, especially if teams.
Scuffed that one wide of the goal from Tierney's pull back.
Yeah, especially if teams below you, Mike, start picking up points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And actually, if Newcastle was to win, they'll go up to 20 points, and so that would knock us down if they beat Fulham.
Yeah, then they say if Leeds win tomorrow,
Yeah.
Leeds could end up pulling away from you, even further away from you, Mike, as well. So
Yeah, exactly. It's we're 15th at the moment. I'm looking at this table. I don't know why I'm doing it to myself, but we are only 5 points off the bottom. The bottom 8, well, the bottom 3 there, the 18th place, and that's it. We're not scoring goals either. We're not really creating much. We're not scoring. Yes, we scored on Wednesday, but before that, we scored against Man United. That was a penalty. Gabriel's one was from a corner. I think Wednesday's one was the only one in open play since the Fulham game at the start of the season.
yeah, and also, Mike, I've just seen a stat which come up on the screen. That Wednesday's goal against Southampton was Arsenal's 3rd since the October international break.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's seriously like shambolic at the moment. This club, from the top all the way down.
Yeah, Mike, I just want to ask you a quick question here, Mike. Should Everton hang on and win this game today?
Yes, I know what you're saying. Yes, he goes.
I was about to say, if you were Stan Kroenke, would you get rid? And you've just said yes. You'd get rid.
Yes.
But
yeah.
Would you reckon Stan Kroenke will get rid?
No. I reckon he should. But at the same time, you have to look at these results and say, we're lacking a lot of players in the, we've got a lot of dead players that are, not dead players as such, but players that aren't good enough. Wow, that was a bit of a meaty challenge there on Danny Ceballos. It was a perfectly timed challenge, to be fair to Godfrey as well. But or was it? Let's see. But what I was saying is I don't think we'll spend. We need to spend, but I don't think we will.
Yes, I think you're lacking in certain areas. You're lacking a creative man.
Yeah.
Well, also say you've got a creative man in your actual squad.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, Arteta don't like using him.
Didn't register him.
Yeah. And you know which player I'm talking about there, Mike. Your highest paid player.
I didn't realise that Neil Smith Rowe was on such high wages, but yeah.
Metas Ozil, so I think you need someone like you to fetch him back in the squad for the second half of the season anyway to help you get that creativity. Whether we've been out for so long, whether he starts games or whether we'll just fetch him back in the squad and have him coming off of the bench.
I think you have to look at that. Yeah, we're behind a bit. Yeah, we're behind by about 10 minutes or so. Well, you've got to 2-0 now, is it?
Yeah, we are behind Giggs.
Was it 1-1? Oh, okay. I've got a notification, so we might be all right then.
Yeah, I got a notification, Max. I saw a score, so but I'm not going to mention it.
It's still Willian now. Willian on to always a chance there for Arsenal. It's trying to be put through, but yeah, it was well defended there by Pickford. But this Arsenal side really do need to get the next goal, don't they, Ross?
They do, Mike. If they are to get the next goal, they potentially could go on and may try and get that second. But if Everton get that second, Mike, I think it could be potentially all over.
Yeah, I think that's right as well. And look at that Everton player now as well. It's with Calvert-Lewin again. He's going to try and run at Rob Holding, and actually well defended by I think it was Nicola Pepe at the front post. And it's just Everton knocking it around at the moment in midfield. We've got it on 29 minutes at the moment, just on our stream, by the way. We are like 6 or 7 minutes behind.
Yeah, a few minutes behind Giggs. But we will catch up at half-time, Giggs. We'll just run through all the talking at half-time to catch up with the second half's play.
That's my fault. I tried to do the intro on my own and I failed it miserably. That's fine, yeah, okay, cool.
It's Giggs, that's fine, thank you.
It's just an opportunity here for Arsenal now. What I will say is if Arsenal were to get a penalty, who do you reckon would take it, Russ? Because Aubameyang was the main guy who normally would.
I'm not sure, Mike. If you just have a look through the starting lineup for Arsenal, just so I can have a look through. I'd
probably give it to Eddie Nketiah because he's in such good form. He's the top goal scorer, so. I'd
possibly say, Mike, looking at this, maybe Nketiah, like you say, maybe
Willian, maybe. Yeah.
Saka or Willian.
Yeah.
But I won't get to, like say, Onana, Ceballos.
No.
Niles. I get to either Pepe and Ketia, Willian or Saka.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good shout. One of those 3 or 4 there, and we'll see what happens. But at the moment, it's just an Arsenal possession here with Rob Holding, and he's going to knock to play it out to David Luiz, a former Chelsea man. Of course, he's going to want to get one over on his former team next week, as is William as well.
Yes, I think they will do, Mike.
There's a chance here for a good bit of play actually. And Ceballos has just lost out in midfield, and it actually recovered really, really well. In fact, that was great play from the on-loan Real Madrid man to win that back a second time after losing out originally.
Yeah, he did quite well there, to be fair, man. Fantastic work there. So hopefully it should be a good game. And hopefully whoever gets the next goal, I think we're potentially going to win it.
Okay, fair enough. And since with Arsenal now been played around the back with Holding and Luiz again, and David Luiz, of course, is centre of that 3. And El Neni, it looks like it is what I was expecting, where El Neni's kind of playing the Holding. It's the Holding. Well, he's playing the defensive mid.
I'm going to say that he's not playing Rob Holding's role.
And then Ceballos is kind of a little bit more creative of the 2 in the middle here. This is an Everton ball in there, well won actually by, I think it was Kieran Tierney. Good header out, and then Ketty is down there now, just in the Everton half. I think Tom Davies just brought him down. As we went there in about the 32nd minute, I think, and it's Everton 1, Arsenal 0 still, with that goal from the Alex Iwobi cross there. It was put in by the head of Calvert-Lewin off of Rob Holding. So either way, I'm not too sure what's going to happen with my fantasy football team, but I get a goal or an assist, so I don't mind.
Yeah, probably will. I've just seen the goal again, back. To be honest, I don't, like I originally said, I think it would be Calvert-Lewin goal because you were on target. I don't think he was on target, man. Like you said, I think he was.
We're looking now. It's just holding out to Pepe. Pepe's in now. He's in. He's going to try and take it round. Just give it to Nketiah. Nketiah says, "Oh, no, give it away." He's put it back though. Not Nketiah. Sorry, Niles, I should say, on the right wing. Niles here, and it's. Oh, what's happened there? Is that a foul? Referee's blown out and given a penalty. Who's that one? Was that Niles? I think it's Tom Davies.
Yeah, really Niles, Mike, on by Tom Davies.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
So let's see what happens there now. Let's see whether Arsenal are able to put it away. It's good bit of play.
So Michael Jackson's going to take it there.
I'd give it to Nketiah, as I said before.
It'd be interesting to see who takes it.
Yeah.
Like I say, Nketiah, Pepe, Willian or Saka for me.
Yeah, let's see who it's going to be. Tom Davies there, the Everton man, is needless, but it is a foul for me, 100%.
Yeah, didn't really need to do that there.
Are they not going to VAR decision this or anything? No, it doesn't look like they are. I think they're just going to go straight to it. And Niles is still down. I think he's just got to get into his feet again now. And he's talking to somebody. I'm not too sure who he's talking to there. The one of his.
Think about the referee, Mike.
It was Saka. He was talking to Saka. And it's Nicola Pepe who's over this penalty, and he's coming up against Jordan Pickford, of course. Pepe's in, not done very well for Arsenal since he's come in, has he? The £72 million sign. And if he was to score this one, it might do the confidence for him, the world of good, and he might be able to go and kick on. But he's had some good Europa League moments. He's not had any in the Premier League, really. But this could be something that, really improves his confidence if he puts this one past the England number 1.
Yeah, I agree there, Mike. I'll let you take over this.
Just about to step up now. Nicola Pepe, is going to step up. Referee's just going to blow up now. And Pepe does his run up, and it's in the back of the net. Lovely penalty as well. Nicola Pepe there sends the goalkeeper Pickford the wrong way. And it's Everton 1, Arsenal 1. Calvert-Lewin's earlier goal, which has gone enough of Rob Holding, has now been cancelled out by Nicola Pepe's penalty there. Great penalty as well. No stopping that. It was cool as you like.
Yes, to me, like, it was looking, waiting for Pickford to make the move.
Yeah.
And then put it in. And you saw the fans behind the goal.
Yeah.
Trying to put him off as well. We don't have too many loud fans in the moment. But 5th goal of the season for Pepe.
Yeah.
2nd in the Premier League as well.
Yeah.
And I think he's career in the Premier League, especially this season, Mike, and really gone well. If you look at the Leeds game that he had, where he got sent off for that
Yeah,
headbutt, stupid headbutt.
ridiculous decision for him to do that. Yeah.
So silly to do that, like you said, Mike.
Just knocking it around there now. Everton trying to get a bit of foothold back in the game again now, trying to get themselves back on the ascendancy again. If anyone joining latest, Everton 1, Arsenal 1.
We're currently in the 35th minute of the match.
Yeah, about 10 minutes from half time. So, if scores are level at half time at 1-1, who do you reckon is the happier, Carlo Ancelotti or Mikel Arteta?
Based on how he's gone so far, Mike, I would probably say Carlo, because Everton have a little more dominant and created a lot more chances. Cut through Arsenal quite a few times. Arsenal yet to show anything together that they are to get anything out of this other than some set pieces. They've not really tested Pickford as much.
No, that's a good shout. I think based around that logic, I'd say Arteta though, because if it does go in level at 1-1, Everton have been the dominant side. They've been pushing, they've been probing to get the goal. They went 1-0 up as well, and it's that fight back again. It's like Wednesday night again as well, where you go 1-0 down and you show that fight to come back. So we'll see whether it carries on and is anything like Wednesday night again and ends up as the sort of same result. But what I will say is I'd say Arteta's the happier than Ben Russ, to be honest, there, because as I said, Everton are probably been pushing to go forward and get the goals at the moment, and Arsenal they've done well to come back from one behind and are now level like it was on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Arsenal go from here now.
It will be.
And
very much. If we were to get a win there now,
because I think, like, if Arsenal were to get the next goal, do you reckon we could go and potentially win this, or do you reckon Everton could still get something out of it, and vice versa? If Everton could get something, do you reckon get a goal, do you reckon they would want to win it, or do you reckon Arsenal could still get something out of it? Because they've already come back from 1-0 down. Do you reckon
that's true.
From say 2-1 down?
I think if Everton get the next goal, it's going to be very difficult. I think Arsenal have to get the next goal really to and then they can try and sort of build on that. But yeah, if Everton get the next goal, it's going to be difficult for me. Hi to SN that's just joined in the chat there as well. Hopefully you're doing all right. Good evening to you. It's currently 1-1 on the stream that we're watching. We are slightly behind as well. We're 6 or 7 minutes behind, which we'll adjust at half time. So we've got the full second half as it is, in sync with everybody. I think that, what was the question again, Ross? Sorry.
Well, the question I was asking you, man, was if Everton get the next goal, do you reckon they could want to win it?
Oh, sorry. If Everton get the next goal, I reckon it's going to be really challenging. I think it's going to be difficult for Arsenal to come back and get an equaliser again a second time out. Yeah, I think Arsenal have to get the next goal. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, Mike. Because I think we're Arsenal yet to break through that Everton defence. They've not really cut them open as much as Arteta would have probably liked.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Like the old Arsenal, like you saw, biggest part of last season when he first came in, you were cutting open teams. But this season, for whatever reason, it looks like the players have lost faith in Arteta.
There's a ball there from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's in a dangerous position there. He's run at Kieran Tierney. He's brought him down on the edge of the box there. Arsenal man has just gone into the book there as well. Sorry, the Scots international.
Yes, as I was saying, man, just before I wait for this free kick, I think Arsenal this season have not been able to break teams down. You saw against Leeds, they just sat back, and then when you continue to press with teams going for when Arsenal go forward, you don't go forward in like 4s, 5s.
Exactly.
You're going 2s, whereas opposition teams like Everton there, you had Calvert-Lewin going forward, Sigurdsson,
there's 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 on the attack
going forward. Potentially Tom Davies as well. So you had like 6 players, including 2 defensive midfielders, getting forward there.
All pushing on, exactly. It's just a free kick for Everton now as well. The referee's just drawn his line out, and it's a bit of a weird one there, mate. The Niles just sat behind it, facing the other way. That's a bit of a weird setup, isn't it?
Well, I've seen some teams do that before, Max. What will happen is, say if they decide to drill it low, and the wall jumps, then that defender behind the wall can like block it to stop it going further than that. And
it's like his sunbathing. He said to lie down. It's like he's a bit knackered after winning the penalty.
And it's good that it's actually laying on his hands, not put his arms behind his back.
Good block as well. And it's from Sigurdsson's free kick there. It was straight into the wall and he just fired it wide of the goal. But I think it was who did it block off of in the end? I think it might have been David Luiz or Holding, one of the two centre backs.
If you just look, David Luiz's knee.
Yeah.
You come off David Luiz's knee there, Mike. So interesting how that.
It's an interesting little setup though. But teams do that from free kicks, isn't it? Set pieces.
Yeah, it is. It'd be interesting to see how many other teams have watched this and will play this week, rest of this weekend, tomorrow Monday, and follow Arsenal's suit.
Charles Williams just lost out there, was he? No, I think there's a foul from Ceballos on Mina. Mina's just kicked out in there, is he as well? And Dennis Ceballos looks a bit unhappy with his, the man kicking out, and they're just shaking hands now. But they're I don't know. It was a bit. Something out of nothing, maybe. Yeah, they're all friends again anyway. So
I think what happened there, Mike, is if we just see it again here, when Mina gets fouled by Willian, and then by Samson back at Ceballos. Ceballos tries to sits on him, and then he's trying to get him off. So like brushes him off, man.
That's it,
And then he looks as though as he brushes him off,
kind of catches his leg there, but
catches top of his leg. So it's probably a bit of 50-50 there for me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't think it's a foul. It's definitely not a booking or nothing anyway. So I think the referee's just done well now. Doesn't let him get on with it. So it would have been something out of nothing. It's still 1-1, by the way. We're about 2.5 minutes away from finding out how much stoppage time we got.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how much stoppage time we do get actually.
Yeah, it will be. I don't think it'll be many. I say maybe 1-2 minutes or so. It's actually a chance here for Everton on the attack. Richarlison up against Holding. He's knocked it back now to Godfrey, and he's just whacked it out of play there. Richarlison tried to do some sort of funny little kick there to try and keep it in, but he wasn't able to.
Yeah. Interesting to see how Arsenal approach the second half if it stays 1-1 at half time, whether they try and go for that second, or whether they continue to play like they have. Because Everton 5 attempts to Arsenal's 2 at this moment in time, as we're coming up towards the 43rd minute.
What I did just see, Arsenal have only had the attempt on target as well. So that one from Calvert-Lewin obviously has been classed as not going in off on without the help of Rob Holding. Yeah,
I've just noticed that as well, Mike. Even though Everton have scored, it's been classed as off target.
Yeah.
Because it was a deflection on his way in. Because
Exactly,
first originally.
It's a chance here for Arsenal. Ceballos has played it through to Nketiah, and Nketiah shoots, deflected straight into Pickford's hands. Comfortable into his gloves.
Yeah, Arsenal now beginning to get chances.
Looking brighter now since the goal. Yeah, we are looking brighter since the goal. Yeah.
As if you guys are watching for the first time today don't know, Mike is an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
And myself, I am a Leeds fan. My team plays Man United tomorrow, so
you can tell I'm not giving up hope with Arsenal, but I don't get too excited when I'm not even that fussed about putting on the kit or the shirt now. So
I noticed that, Mike. Yeah.
Great save from Calvert-Lewin, sorry. Has had one there, and Bernd Leno's just actually done really, really well. He's turned it over the top. Really good effort from Calvert-Lewin. That's the shot on target for sure. It was a great save.
It was a fantastic save. An even better save as well from that angle there, which I've just...
Yeah, it looked great from that second angle. Yeah, it looked great from the second. Yeah. Second angle looked really good.
Sigurdsson to take a corner then.
Just about to whip it in now. 45, just about hitting 45 actually in a second. It's a good ball in. Oh, it is into the back of the net. Everton 2-1 ahead. And it is a corner in there from Richarlison and met by the head of, was that Yerry Mina, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is, Mike. Yerry Mina with that goal. Sigurdsson's corner and Mina heads home as we now just enter stoppage time.
And as I said earlier, I've got to go back to it again. Poor defending from Arsenal there. Getting, especially with Leno as well, you can't get beat at your near post like that. And the defence as well should be, trying to jump up and get that one and beat him to it. But yeah, as I said beforehand, I think it's going to be a struggle now from Arsenal to come back and equalise a second time. And it's going to be a big team talk from Mikel Arteta now as well to see what happens and how Arsenal come out in the second half.
Yeah, Mike, I've just got a few stats here as well for you from Everton. Goal times of Yerry Mina's last 4 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah.
45 plus 1. 45 plus 4.
Yeah.
45 plus 2. And then today, 45th minute. So he's scored basically just before half time every single goal.
And I'll tell you what I will say, the game I went to in February?
Yeah.
Everton scored just before half time that day as well.
It's spooky, mate. Whenever spent all them out, and you've just mentioned that, it's spooky.
Yeah, it is
spooky what you've said.
It really is. It's really poor from Arsenal because they got, that day we were 1-0 up and then they got 1-0 down. No, sorry, it was 1-1 actually at the time as well, I should say, because Everton were 1-0 up and then we'd equalised through Aubameyang. In fact, I think it might have been 2-1 up actually. Aubameyang might put a second in, or Nketiah might have scored actually. But either way, Everton scored that day as well, right on the stroke of half time, and then Arsenal won it early on in the second half. But again, it's far too frequently that Arsenal were letting in goals, right at the end of a half there. Yeah, it
is, man. Yeah, not confident enough there.
No, that's it. It's the man Rob Holding is, you have to look at him for being at fault for that first goal. You've got to try and get it clear, and try and position better and whatever. And with Rob Holding there, he's at fault for that one for me. And the second one, Leno has to really get a better hand on that. I think he got two hands on it and still managed to parry it into the back of the net.
Yeah, he didn't really go down and try to keep it out, Mike.
No. And I think the defence weren't really helping him out as well. Might have been a height issue. Of course, Yerry Mina is very tall, and Arsenal don't really have masses of tall players in the ranks, do they?
No one's really defended Arsenal. Picked him up either, to be fair, Mike.
No, it's just kind of a free run again, like Michael King's chance earlier on in the half as well, where he was allowed to run just straight through the midfield. Yeah.
SM Mike said just a few moments ago, 10 minutes ago, you're great, but I've got to go. Thanks for watching, mate, and we'll catch you.
That's all right, bud. You do what you've got to do. Thank you for tuning in.
And we're now at half time up, and it's currently 1-1.
2-1.
2-1 Everton, should I say? Say, guys.
Can we go back to 1-1? I'll take that.
Sorry, guys, I got mixed up there.
Yeah, and I was just looking. Arsenal were actually 2-1 up at that point back in February when Everton equalised and Arsenal went on and won it about 3 minutes or 4 minutes after the second half had restarted. So we'll see if Arsenal can start brightening the second half again, like they've done in the last 2 games as well. Very bright against Burnley before Xhaka's red, and very bright against Southampton when Aubameyang scored as well. So a real big test now of Mikel Arteta's credentials and. These kind of players about what kind of men they are and what they've got in their locker, because it's a real Everton are a good side this season, don't get me wrong, but it's a real nightmare for Arsenal and a real struggle. And of course, as I said earlier, we could go down a few places if the Newcastle and Fulham game goes against us as well. But I know Limo in the chat there has just come in. Evening, mate. He's going to be delighted with the fact that Everton gone 2-1 up with it just on the stroke of half time, yeah.
Yeah, no, just while it's half time, I'm just going to make a quick phone call because we had to just.
Okay.
So just going to go away for a few minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to get some comments from Limo actually, if that's possible. If you can put in your reaction to how that game's gone for you. It was a good header, yeah. What did you make of the penalty for you? Did you think it was a penalty on Maitland-Niles, and also what have you made of Arsenal? Yeah, he says DCL looks fast. He has looked good today again. Yeah, he's led the line really well as always. Yeah. So I'm just going to see. I've fast forwarded it on, so the second half should be starting shortly on my end as well. Silly pen to give away. Yeah, I think it is a foul though, but it's needless. And was cool and sort of calm and composed by Nicola Pepe. I think we deserved it at the point. And yeah, you said it there as well. We were getting into the game. But that's it. It's a challenge now. We don't know how we're going to fight back. And actually, the players are just coming back out as well. So Dennis Ceballos and then having a chat there. Maitland Niles as well. And we just look lost. Yeah, we do. We've looked lost. We've looked lost for weeks, mate. We really have. Yeah. With Aubameyang's out. We've got options on the bench, and I think we will see. Lacazette and Martinelli at some point. We will probably see Smith Rowe maybe to try and create something, or a Willock. Or both. It's a big test now for Mikel Arteta, and I think that if he doesn't win this one or turn it around and get a positive result in this one, then bye, he's gone. Yeah, I really do think that. Because especially if you look at the next few games after as well, City, Chelsea, and Brighton and even West Brom as well, we're going to have the new manager bounce. So hopefully Arsenal can come back and be stronger in the second half now. But Everton are just, it is a tough one. And yeah, it is. Especially when the home game as well. London's under tier 4 now as well. So most certainly going to be no fans until into the new year. Yeah. And Everton just kicked off now. Knocks it back to Yerry Mina, who's just played it forward. It's an opportunity. They're going to try and get a third straight away here, and it's into the hands of Bernd Leno, who claims it comfortably. But as I said before, when I was at the Arsenal game against Everton back in February, just before the lockdown, Everton scored that day to equalise as well, and then Arsenal, showed what they were about that day. That's all right, mate. No worries. And hi, Bernie, as well. And Arsenal showed what they were about that day, and we'll have to wait and see if they can do it again today. Yeah. It's with Rob Holding now, the standing captain by the looks of it, as Russ said earlier. He's just giving it to Maitland Niles, I think that was. Was it? No, sorry, it was Nketiah who's dropped back there. Yeah. He's playing quite deep as well, Nketiah, from for a number 9 or a front striker there. Yeah. He has to come quite deep to retrieve the ball, and he's got the ball there now. El Neni. El Neni's going to try and play it across to Maitland Niles. He's going to give it across to the who was that there? I think it was Ceballos who's just played it out to Pepe. And see, Saka's been kept very quiet. That's one name I haven't really mentioned this afternoon or this evening. There's El Neni. He's going to give it to Danny Ceballos over there now. He's going to whip it in, and it's cleared up by Everton. But only as far as Maitland Niles this time. And his header is intercepted, and it's Rob Holding just tidies up there, gives it to Niles. Niles goes back to Leno and then to David Luiz. Thoughts on them changing your penalty taker? It would have been Aubameyang, but he was unavailable. He's out injured, so kind of had to. Yeah. And it's with El Neni and David Luiz. Now I think Russ is back as well, so hopefully he's back in sync as well with me. But Holding there now, and it's Danny Ceballos. I'm going to bring Russ back in again. Arsenal started fairly brightly in the second half, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I've just come back in, so I've not really seen much of the second half. But I am back in sync as well, mate. So
there's a chance Everton on the counter here now, and it's Richarlison to Iwobi. Iwobi's going to try and keep it here, and he has. He's just beaten Tooney to the ball, former Arsenal man. He whips it in and it's straight into Leno. But that's great bit of play from Everton again, and you can counter on Arsenal like that when Arsenal are going to try and push bodies forwards to get a goal now because they've been behind.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. This is with Rob Holding now. We're going to give it across to David Luiz. If you're Mikel Arteta and you've got the 9 substitutes, you can use 5, right?
No, in the Premier League, you can only use 3.
Okay, so you can use 3 then, right? So who is the 3 that you'd use? Would you use Alex Lacazette? Would you use Emil Smith Rowe? Would you use Joe Willock? Would you use Gary Martinelli? Who would you use out of the 9 that have been named today on Mikel Arteta's bench?
So I'm just looking at the bench now, Mike. So excluding the goalkeeper, Mustafi, Bellerin, Kolasinac, Cedric, Willock, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Lacazette. So definitely feature on Lacazette.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah.
And potentially go with a 2. So I'll probably take out one of either the back.
Yeah, back three.
three.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
go
I think.
to a 4-4. And go to a 4-4-2 and have Pepe.
Or Saka. Saka's. I was just saying there. Saka's been really quiet as well today. He hasn't really, as much as he's a very raw and hungry talent, he's been really, really quiet, and Everton have dealt with him really well.
Yeah, feature on Lacazette for sure.
Yeah.
Potentially Willock for a
Yeah.
bit more energy in middle of the park.
Oh, Pepe wasn't but cleared out by Everton there for wasn't even a throw. It was kept in. It's gone off of the Arsenal man for a goal kick. Yeah, carry on.
So Willock potentially for a bit more energy in middle of the park. I'll probably leave El Nani on though, so with a bit of defensive stability. So I'll probably take off Ceballos there. And the final one, I'm not really sure, so definitely made 2 for now. If I were to look at it from an Everton perspective, if I were Carlo Ancelotti, I won't finish it off just yet, but round about an hour mark, and maybe if the score's still 2-1, maybe finish on either Bernard or Tosin for one of the midfield. For one of the midfield 3 options.
I will say, coming back to Arsenal as well, how much are Arsenal missing the likes of Gabriel and Partey and Aubameyang tonight for you?
Definitely missing Aubameyang because the work he does up front. Yes, Nketiah has got that about him and knows how to do that from his time from the short time he worked under Bielsa at Leeds and that way, but he's not really shown that much for Arsenal. Whereas, I think that's so I think you're missing him in that respect.
Yeah, I think so. Tina's delivery. NK, I couldn't get this with Pepe. I think is it Pepe or Niles? I'm not too sure, but anyway, it was Pepe. It's Niles now, and it's fouled by NK there on his man. I think Yerry Mina, and it's an Everton free kick.
Yes, and I think you're missing part for that bit more bite and energy in midfield, which you'd bring alongside El Nani.
Yeah, for sure.
Part is more of one going forward.
Yeah.
And who was the other player you said, Mike, we're missing?
Gabriel, the centre back.
And I think the centre back options, Mike, from what I've looked at, yes, they've done well, but potentially I would have probably had him in rather than Rob Holding, to be fair.
Yeah, of course he's banned though, but I'll tell you what, if we had Gabriel in today, he doesn't let Michael Keane run at him like that because he puts a foot in, and he's not in that position to head into for the Everton first goal as well. Like that doesn't come off of him, and also for the second goal as well. Like he wins that header for me, I think as well. So I think we're missing Gabriel, 100%. We're missing Aubameyang. I think he would have been a bit more confident after scoring on Wednesday as well against Southampton. And Thomas Partey, because everyone knows what he's about and the calibre of player that he is, so we're missing him as well. And even Mesut Ozil's not registered. We touched on him earlier, and we're really missing that creative spark again as well.
Yeah, and Mike, I'm just been looking at a few stats here as well from SofaScore.com, which gives me all stats. And Arsenal currently have 53% of possession. Everton have more shots, which is 7 shots in total. Arsenal and Everton both have had 2 shots.
Yeah, chance here for Arsenal, and it's Williams and Kieran Tierney. Tierney's going to deliver it in. It's gone behind for a corner ball off of Mason Holgate.
Yeah, they've had 2 shots on target each. And
Saka's actually got a knock there. I don't know what's happened there. He's pulled a muscle or something,
Yeah, and shots off target, Mike. Everton have leading 3-1 there. And I'm just looking at these big chances as well. Everton have had 1 big chance. And Arsenal have also had 1 big chance. Everton have missed their big chance.
Chance. It's hit the post. I think that was David Luiz there with his other shot. They hit it into the ground. They hit the post.
Yeah, bounced in. Iwobi's managed to clear from Arsenal. Managed to clear it there, but decent effort there from David Luiz, Mike, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a little bit like the game against Southampton as well. Back to the wall for Arsenal for a while, and then still more than capable of doing something from a set piece.
Yeah, Mike, out of the accurate passes so far,
Yeah.
I'll tell you the total number of passes as well,
Mhm.
so everyone else has it. So 278 for Everton, 307 for Arsenal so far. Everton accurate passes, 235, which is 85%.
Yeah.
Arsenal,
What are you
282.
doing? Honestly, Danny Ceballos, what is that? Seriously, he just plays it directly out of play. What is he doing?
Why did he play? Mike, with Ceballos there, I've just seen with that Ceballos ball, which he passed.
Yeah.
For me, he only needs to put. You need to put that much pressure onto the ball.
Exactly. Keep it short. Keep it simple. Yeah.
You just put enough pace to get it to you, wide man. We don't put quite a lot on there.
Yeah.
And exactly. Mike, Arsenal, 325 passes and 282 accurate passes, which is 87%. So you're edging accurate passes and passes overall.
I know, yeah.
Also, they've only completed 1 out of 10 passes.
That is a good ball by William to Pepe. He switches the ball really well there, switches the play well. Pepe there has to go back, though. He's been forced back, but I think that was a great bit of play from William there. Holding towards, I think that's Maitland Niles on the overlap, is it again? No, it was Pepe that time, I think.
Yeah, Pepe trying to go into that.
Yeah.
But Arsenal started, from what I've seen, Arsenal started Brighton look more likely to get the next goal at this moment in time anyway.
It looks that way. I don't want to, say too much about it, but Arsenal are knocking the ball around nicely and trying to, get on the attack there. 82% position in the last 10 minutes at Everton's 18. So, yeah, really trying to probe and get this equaliser. And they are really, playing that kind of nice little bit of football now, Arsenal. And William to Tierney. Tierney's going to try and deliver this one in, which he does. It's with Saka now. William there, El Neni. It won't be too long, I don't think, until we start looking at the bench. Probably 5 minutes. Rob Holding here now to William. William through to Saka. Been quiet, as I said. Saka. Oh, that was a bit of another wasted ball as well. Right? Saka for me comes off.
Yeah, too much on that ball. All he needed was a little dink, and I'm not sure that was coming in the middle. Would have probably got an end of that.
Yeah. I think Saka for me comes off, and we bring on a Martinelli, I think, for the final half an hour. Yeah.
And Mike, looking at this just for the second half, in Arsenal, have had 2 shots. Both have been blocked. Everton yet to have a shot in this second half.
Yeah, exactly. And we've had 11 minutes of it, almost 12 minutes of it already. Yeah.
And Everton have had to make 5 clearances, where Arsenal are yet to make any clearances. Everton have yet to cause problems for the Arsenal backline.
Yeah, exactly. But then
backline, including the goalkeeper.
Maybe Arsenal should have been making a few more clearances because then it would be 2-1 to Everton. But there we are.
Yeah.
It's just with David Luiz now to Saka. He has come deep, Saka. He's looking like he's trying to make something happen. But I don't know. I think he's.
But for a winger like he is, and the winger where he's playing,
yeah.
He shouldn't need to keep coming this deep. They should be able to ping the ball to him from midfield or defence without him having to come and call him for possession. Because if you look at the way Everton play, you don't see like Sir Richarlison or Iwobi coming deep and dropping back unless they're helping out with the defensive side of it. Whereas the Arsenal wingers, Pepe and Saka and Willian, they're dropping even further deep.
That's it. From Danny Ceballos. This is one a free kick here from Arsenal now. I think it was on Richarlison that just caught him there in a decent position, crossing position or passing position. It's not a shooting position anyway, but a couple of players here on the edge of the box as well. Maybe try and feed this one into Tierney or two. Who else?
Maitland Niles, it looks like.
Yeah. Try and pass it back to one of those on the edge of the box and let them have a low shot and test the keeper, yeah.
Or, potentially could do, roll it to one of those on the edge of the penalty area. Maybe Maitland Niles more than Tierney.
Oh, what a waste as well.
For him to
Like,
cross.
seriously, you've got 3 or 4 players there on the edge of the box, and you do that. What a waste of a free kick from Bukayo Saka there. And that sums it up. That is why he comes off.
Yeah, I was about to say, why
Yeah.
not look for someone on the edge of the box, possibly
Yeah.
Millennials, possibly Tierney,
Yeah.
or in crossing positions, lay it back to them,
Yeah.
and get a decent ball in.
Yeah.
Because defenders will have to come out, close them down, which will then leave space for the Arsenal defenders to try
Absolutely.
back with them and then run back in as soon as the ball's put in.
Yeah, absolutely agree as well, 100%. And you have to look at this Arsenal side now. They're in real danger of going, and capitulating if Everton get this third goal, aren't
Yeah, if Everton were to go and get a third, I think that really kills the game off, and
they? Yeah.
I think you'd be no way back for Arsenal from that. And Everton are pointing above Spurs, who Spurs play later this weekend.
Yeah, they play a big game against who are they playing tomorrow? Yeah, it's Leicester City at home. Yeah.
Yeah, and Arsenal are now just 4 points above Burnley, 5 above the drop zone.
Yeah.
As they stand, and they're heading for the 8th defeat of the Premier League season.
Yeah, and that's why he goes. That's why if we lose this game, I don't want to see an announcement from him, like a press conference. I want to see an announcement from the club saying that's it. We've parted company with him. Yeah.
But Mike, I know you want to see that. A lot of Arsenal fans want to see that.
Yeah.
Wayne and Ed, who you've had on your podcast, want to see that.
Exactly.
Up.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're honest with the red.
No, it won't happen. We have to spend massive in the transfer window. We've got to ship out like 11 players to bring in like 2, and really, sort the squad out. But Mikel Arteta has already proven he's not willing to do that. He wants to keep the likes of Kolasinac around. He was on the bench. Mustafi was on the bench. He's still picking William. He's still got Bellerin involved. He's still got David Luiz involved. He's still got lots of these players involved. He's still got Socrates and Ozil and Saliba. Bearing in mind that Saliba hasn't played a game for the club yet, and Ozil and Socrates are not even registered in the squad. Like, there's no signs that Mikel Arteta is going to do anything about this squad. He's going to keep it all the same and expect for some sort of miracle. Like, that isn't how it works. The Cronkies have to look at it. And Stan and Josh have both got us, have an emergency meeting tonight if results remain the same, and we, even if we draw this game, and look at themselves and be like, well, this is Arsenal Football Club. We're not like a club that should be fighting relegation week in, week out. We're a club that needs to be, challenging or at the right end of the table, Champions League football, and not just FA Cups. The FA Cups papers over the cracks.
Yeah, and also back we've already mentioned your games are even coming up rest of December, so that's Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton. Plus when you go into January for Arsenal, you've got West Brom. You've got Newcastle in the FA Cup, Crystal Palace in the Premier League, Newcastle in the Premier League, Southampton in the Premier League, Manchester United in the Premier League.
Exactly. Where's the win coming from there? Nowhere. Maybe the FA Cup.
You probably get knocked out of the FA Cup as well, man, where you're playing.
Exactly.
Unless in the FA Cup he chooses a similar side to what you've been playing in Europe, who gets you the win.
But why we're not doing that in the Premier League? Ed said it earlier on the podcast and on the stream. Me and him done a little pre-game stream that he's put out as well. Why are we not playing these guys in the Premier League? Why is Balogun not involved? Balogun scored for the 23s last night. Yeah, fair enough. Why is he not in the squad today?
Yeah, no, because if you look at, I'm going to take my team Leeds for example, Mike.
Yeah.
Ian Pervada, Tyler Roberts. Yes, they don't get many minutes in the first team these days because of the way we've been playing. They may come on for cameo appearances, say 5-10 minutes in the first team, maybe even 15 in some cases. They play for the under 23s the next day virtually.
Richarlison. Arsenal defended it. Last ditch as well by Tierney. Just bearing in mind that they almost went and put another one in there by Calvert-Lewin, I think it was,
It was a Welby coming in as well, Mike. As I was saying, Leeds used some of their players in under 23s.
All right, Russ,
in first team.
We're not really
Arsenal,
this game,
Arsenal don't seem to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm getting at. If you one place to get minutes,
Yeah.
they get minutes in under 23s, but they need senior minutes, get them in the first team.
What a waste of a sub that is, by the way. Willock's come on for El Neni, like, why? El Neni, I think, has been alright today. I think he's been one of our better players.
Here's looked at the bright spark in the Arsenal
Yeah.
side today.
And then Willock is very attacking. Ceballos is very attacking. They don't complement each other. It doesn't work. They're too attacking now. We haven't got that one holding, sort of back in front of the front four or five.
Yeah, or even from three. So if
I mean,
Arsenal,
the back five, sorry, I should say. Yeah.
if Arsenal were to lose out on possession, say Arsenal go and attack.
Yeah.
Now lose out in possession.
Exactly. There's no one there to help out the defence. It's ridiculous. Like, we brought on Joe Willock, right? He's not going to bring on the players that are actually going to do anything. Next up will be bloody Hector Bellerin, and then he'll probably bring on.
Kolasinac.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's not going to bring on Gabby Martinelli or Lacazette, players that can actually, change the game. You can see it from there. Like in Smith Rowe, won't get an opportunity again. Like, I'm getting so frustrated and bored by this club. I'm like, me and Ed and Wayne said it on our two podcasts that we did this week. We've both, well, I say all three of us, in fact, falling out of love with this club right now, and it's a shame because we're of the mindset where we knew this club being invincible, we knew this club winning doubles, we knew this club getting to the Champions League final. Like, we knew when this club were at their high, and it's so frustrating, mate. It really is.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, mate. No, I can see where you're coming from, mate. To be fair, no, there's no real urgency from this Arsenal side either. To be fair,
no, they don't care. They're trying to build a little bit now, but only sort of half-heartedly and whatever. And
yeah, if you look here, mate, you've got Ceballos inside the box, Willock on the edge, Everton break.
Yeah.
So if Everton, he's going to have for a goal kick, Everton break. How are they? Who's going to get back and support the defence?
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to be wide open.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, and they're just saying we'll be rich by Christmas in the chat there. Well, to be honest, if asked like, what is Christmas this year? We're not having a Christmas. Arsenal are going to be in the relegation zone, and London and around my area are going to be in tier 4. So I don't think I think Christmas is cancelled. It's an opportunity here for Everton again. Now we've got defended by Rob Holding. Actually, he's just played that one out to Willian, and Willian has given it to Kieran Tierney. And Kieran Tierney's looked good today again. He's looked bright, but he's one of the few players that actually has in this Arsenal side. There's been sort of too far in between that. These Arsenal players are just not really showing what they're about. They're showing no signs of actually being talented players.
And then you look at this Arsenal side today. Like we mentioned already, the players in there.
Yeah.
If you look at that, mate, the one that's another team that's on the pitch now, the one that started. So instead of others looking down on it, in there, other than Pepe who got the penalty, who would you say would most likely to get you a goal? Because for me, from what I've seen,
don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh, man. Apart from the fact we got a penalty, we've created nothing really. We'd be more lucky to get an own goal. Honestly, we've been dreadful. Again, I've said it. I said it against Burnley. I said it against Southampton. I've said it many times this season. I will say it again. This club is in massive trouble right now. Massive trouble.
It isn't. I'm just looking at it now, Mike. That's a good ball. That's a good ball from Tierney.
And what a waste from Pepe. What are you doing? Yeah.
And then Pepe cuts in. Why shoot from there? Why not create, instead of cutting inside, which is game defence options come with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Back you, go on the outside, drill a low ball in. Also, the Arsenal players, Mike, I don't know what you think, but they seem to be scared to take teams on.
Yeah, 100%. And when you've got Pepe, you've got Saka, you've got Willian, and guys like that, you shouldn't be that scared. And yeah, like Everton did it in the first half. They took Arsenal on for fun, and yeah, they're just showing there now. Arsenal against Man City. It's a League Cup quarter final. Would anyone really be that fussed about that competition normally? No. Do we have to be this season? Yeah. Simple as that.
I know, because Mike, only way you can get to Europe now, because I don't think you're going to for next season. I don't think you're going to it through the league.
Yeah.
Is if you the body wants Champions League football.
Exactly.
You've got to be aiming to win the FA Cup.
Yeah. Exactly, and then even that, it's going to be 15 times winning the FA Cup if we were to do it again. But I said it before, it papers over the cracks. We have to be, a side that if we win the FA Cup and we finish, in the relegation zone and we win the cup and get relegated like Wigan did, it's a ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. That is not Arsenal Football Club.
Mike, you'd be surprised and you'll be shocked. Have you seen who's getting ready to come on?
Yeah, Gabby's coming on. Yeah, Martinelli.
Yeah. We were saying we were expecting like Kolasinac, Cedric, Bellerin, Mustafi to come on. No one of the more creative players.
Well, I like Martinelli. I think this kid, he's a fantastic young talent. I saw him play against Chelsea in that game, and he ran the whole length of the pitch and scored on his own. And we drew that 1-2 that day. And he was great. Like if he can, have an impact when he comes on now, I'll be delighted. I'm delighted to see the kid come back. But he's got a hell of a lot of pressure coming into a game like this. Masses of pressure.
He has, yeah. And if he doesn't perform here, then Arteta gets people think Arteta gets tactics wrong. And
I wonder exactly if he looks here and he brings on Martinelli. Say he brings on Lacazette, right, as well, and it's still 2-1 come 89 minutes, right? Arsenal fans are going to be like, well, they've done the subs. We probably expected Willock to come on. It's better than bringing on a Bellerin or whatever. But then again, he's bringing off Pepe. Pepe's looked bright, and Pepe's looked. You've got to look at who he's bringing off as well. You should take off a Willian or a Saka who's not been very good today. He's had a poor game. He's bringing off the brighter of the front four. Even Nketiah as well has been poor today.
And he looked as though he was telling Martinelli there, Arteta, go on the left. He's moved.
Yeah.
Saka to the right now.
Yeah.
Martinelli to the left, and Saka is left-footed.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why not take off?
What I will say is,
Really
I think Arteta's panicking for his job. I really do.
I think Mike Arteta, who has been told before this game, this game's a must-win. Otherwise, no matter what you do against Man City in the cup, that Man City game will be last if you don't win today.
Yeah. And I think it's the right decision as well. I really do. It's the right call if he is to go. It's great little feat there from Martinelli. I love this kid. I really do. I can't give him enough praise, but I love it if he got us a goal as well today.
Yeah, but Mike, the way Arsenal are creating chances, I don't think he's going to get a goal today.
No, he's probably better through the middle as well, rather than out on the wing. But it's I'm not too sure what people think about that. Yeah.
Rise just said the reason why I'd probably put Saka on the right, when he's being left-footed, he can cut inside. But you saw that with Pepe cutting inside right, and he didn't really do much.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as I said at the start of the stream, I'm going to say it towards the end of the stream now as well. This club is a mess from the top, from the owners all the way to the players. Right? There's got to be masses of change. The owners have got to really consider selling up and actually letting somebody put some money into the business, or the company, or the club as such, who's not just going to run it as a business, going to actually run it as a proper football club and actually have some passion and actually care and actually want the club to go and do better, because we are going backwards. We've been going backwards, not just this season, for about 10, 12 years.
Yeah, and also struggling to worry me, Mike.
Yeah,
I know you're in Europa League this season, but Atletico Madrid,
you really think we're going to beat Benfica? I don't.
I don't. But what I'm saying is, Mike, you look at Thomas Partey joining Arsenal.
Yeah,
He swapped a Champions League side
yeah.
for a Europa League side, and for a
Mhm.
side who's probably going to be in the Champions League next season, to a side who
Got to be in the
look for great
Championship next
performance,
season.
could be
Yeah,
playing in the second tier of
yeah,
English football next season. Why is he?
exactly.
Why is he traded the best competition in the world to play in the
Yeah.
second league in England?
Yeah, exactly. That William there did another scuff shot as well. One shot on target in his previous 11 of Premier League appearances for Arsenal, and yet he still gets picked every week.
Yeah, and Mike he's like Pepe as well. Yes, he got picked in Europa League, but
Yeah.
he was suspended for the matches against Wolves,
Uh-huh.
Tottenham, and Burnley from his headbutt
Oh,
at Leeds.
last up for Arsenal is about to be made as well, by the way. It's Alex Lacazette. I suppose probably for Eddie Nketiah would be the straightforward one, really. And Eddie today, yes, he's a good front man. I like him as a player. I think he's got a lot of talent about, a lot of things good about him. But he missed having a Aubameyang alongside him and helping him out today, I think.
Yes, and what I'm saying about Pepe is like, are you surprised he's come straight back in after what he did after that headbutt?
Yeah, I am, and but I didn't expect anything less. I don't expect anything less when Granit Xhaka's ban's done either. Like, as much as I never want to see him play for Arsenal again, he will.
That's it. I reckon the only reason that like Pepe is playing today and Xhaka will come back in is
Xhaka will play, obviously.
It's because Arteta's in charge. If
for sure.
like Allegri were in charge, who Arsenal fans are wanting.
Yeah, well, not even Allegri. Like, Allegri is too far above our expectations, but somebody like a Benitez or a Brendan Rodgers, like, yeah.
Someone like that.
Yeah.
Or even a Pochettino, for example. I don't think those players would come straight back in for what they've done.
No, for sure. And look, Mikel, as I said, I called that sub, right? Eddie Nketiah has come off. If you're going for a result and you've got, 15 minutes, you're 2-1 down, go 2 up front. Go 2 up top. Why aren't you doing it?
Yeah, it's annoying, Mike. Yeah, because you're losing 2-1, 15 minutes to go. You need to get an equaliser.
Exactly.
Why take off a striker, fetch another striker? Why not say take off
Dennis
Ceballos?
No, one of the back three. I'll take off like Rob Holding or David Luiz or Tierney, or Saka even, and then put Tierney to left wing back. Like, there's options. Why is he doing the same thing week in, week out? He's not learning. This club is in a right mess, and the sooner he's gone, the better. The sooner that he's out of the football club, the better.
Yeah, Mike. To be honest, he's doing like for like changes.
Yeah.
Which one or two managers in my team had previously, they were doing like for like, and then they got Saka's results weren't working. It's a results-based business.
Exactly. He's not getting any results. The last win was October.
Yeah, last win was October.
That was a penalty that we won in. Can you tell that I'm getting wound up?
I can't be when I'm asking you questions about stuff and your response, you get wound up by Arteta. Like I said, life for life substitutes.
Yeah.
And he's causing quite a few. So he's not learning from that. Like I said, Mike, you're losing 2-1.
I tell you what, 13 minutes to go here, I would rather have Arsene Wenger back in charge, and I was a proper advocate of getting him out.
Yeah, because with Arsene Wenger, that say if he were in charge of this team today, you'd know that he'd take off.
Yeah, there'd be something about it. The club would actually show a bit of fight, a bit of desire, a bit of passion, a bit of, something about them. Look, like, again there, what a wasted delivery from Willock. Honestly, we're getting to this club's going to be the death of me, mate. It really is.
Might as well support a different team, Michael, and support Arsenal.
Yeah, well, it won't be Steve, they're doing just as bad. But oh my god, like, I don't even know why I do this to myself, apart from the fact I've got a podcast on Monday, so we need something to talk about. But
yeah, well, I'm just thinking, why do you do this to yourself, mate?
No, thank you. I would rather get a blunt spoon and chop off my male private parts. Thank you. I don't want to support that crappy lot down the road. At least we've got history.
I'm just seeing what Nick's just said there, right? I thought he might have been like Jordan from the commentary team might have popped in and meant.
Yeah. No, anyone but them. I'd rather take supporting Sheffield United over Arsenal right now. But yeah. No, I'm good, right? Not any of them folks either. Middlesbrough, maybe. At least I can start supporting Tuba.
Yes, so Mike, as it stands, Arsenal heading for the 8th defeat of the season, as you said, as I previously said.
Yeah.
Eighth defeat from 14 games, which if I'm just looking down this Premier League table. Sheffield United is the only team who have had more defeats this season than Arsenal, Fulham, and West Brom, who are all joint on 8.
I know. Look at this table, right? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it to myself once again, right? We are Arsenal Football Club. We are 15th in the division. And look at all of the clubs that are above us, right? All of the clubs that would be nowhere near being above us under Arsene Wenger in his prime, or even under Unai Emery in his first few games as well, his first 20, 25 games. You know, Liverpool, fair enough at the moment. Everton, fair enough. Tottenham, fair enough. Leicester, fair enough. Southampton are having a splendid season, really, really good. Man City, Man United, Chelsea, right? Those 8, okay, I don't mind that. West Ham, Wolves, Villa, Palace, Leeds, Newcastle, all of them, the fact they're above us, what? No, wind me up.
Yeah, it was me as well, Max. If I was supporting Arsenal, it would wind me up that a team who's just come up from the division below, above you in the table, like Leeds, my team.
And Villa are flying high. They're so far ahead of us. Like they came to the Emirates and done a complete job on us, didn't they?
They did, Jen. And although they were 0-0 at Ellen Road, Leeds did a job on you as well.
Exactly.
As well, but just had a shot deflected wide.
Yeah, and the icing on the cake now, when this game, if we are to lose it by the looks of what's going to happen, it'll be flipping Alex Iwobi scoring, won't it?
It would, mate, yeah.
Oh, it's just, it can't get any worse. That's literally the only way it will get worse is if Iwobi scores now. Oh. I wonder what Aubameyang, penny for Aubameyang's thoughts right now. Penny for the Thomas Partey's thoughts right now as well. And Mesut Ozil.
I'm reckoning, Mike. Thomas Partey's looking at this, watching this somewhere in the world, and thinking, what have I done to myself?
Yeah. And a penalty, a penny there, for David Luiz and Williams' thoughts as well, because he came out that they're trying to get Arteta out of the club, and it looked like the performance. Yeah, they're playing like it as well. It really looks like it from the performance as well. They're just trying, to get him out of the job.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to make. It looks like the players aren't playing for Arteta and wanting to leave.
Yeah, absolutely. And if that's the case, then he has to. Yes, Everton are getting a sub ready now. I think Seamus Coleman's coming on, but
Seamus Coleman back from England.
Alex Iwobi
coming off.
He's not going to score against Arsenal, so fair enough. Alex Iwobi can have a little clap because he's not going to score against. He can have a little clap for being an old Arsenal boy. But there you go. Only a second, mate.
And mad for and I'm just looking for that Rob Holding own goal.
Yeah.
It was Iwobi who pulled the ball into the box.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a good ball as well. Yeah. Just Arsenal really, I don't know what's going to happen here now. Lacazette's been on how many minutes and he hasn't touched the ball yet?
I'm just going to have a quick look here, Mike. Now with the stats. So if I just click on, his name. He's been on 36 minutes. Alex Lacazette.
What time?
He's 76th minute.
Oh, now he's touched the ball. Now he's trying to make something happen here now. All right. And he's actually running at the defence as well, which is good. But then he's given away... has he given away a free kick? No, he hasn't. Okay. Martinelli, come on, let's have something. No, just overhit cross. But Martinelli and Lacazette are the subs to trying to make something happen. But it took him a little while to get into it, which it will anyway.
Yeah. Mark, up until they touched the ball then, he'd been on the pitch 6 minutes and not touched on.
Yeah. What are we saying? Goal Varney. I don't know who Varney is or what that means, but yeah, let's hopefully it's a goal for Arsenal. It's got to be either for a goal kick, was it, or a corner? Let's see. A goal kick, Pickford. There's a chance here for Everton. No, it's cleared by Arsenal. Still Everton 2, Arsenal 1. Yep, that's it. We're still don't know how to win games. And yeah, we're back in action again on Tuesday as well. And I know we're going to take that seriously as much as we really shouldn't because it's the League Cup. But yeah, with this club and the way this club is at the moment, we'll win Tuesday night and then we'll get spanked about 5-0 by Chelsea next week.
Yeah, Mike, I'm just looking at this where it's a bit of possession, this attacking momentum
Mm-hmm.
on what I've got from Surface Score here. And judging by this, also had loads of attacking momentum.
Yeah.
From Everton had the last 5 or so minutes before the first half. Also had the majority of this second half.
Exactly.
Everton had the little spells here and there, but Arsenal yet to do anything with possession.
No, exactly that. It's still 2-1. Somebody in the chat that says it's 3-1, but it isn't. Not on my screen anyway. Yeah. And I say not yet. I say that not very lightly either because it probably will happen.
Yeah.
Martinelli, Lacazette. Martinelli, come on. Oh, unlucky. At least he's trying to make something happen. I like that. Chance, good play there by David Luiz there. To Willian. Still both of David Luiz and Willian I'd say as favourites of playing. So they're going to finish the game out, which is and Lacazette's now one as well, another favourite of his, even when he doesn't perform. But yeah, like this is. Can we have the Invincible side back just for one game, just so we can see the difference again?
Yeah. Mike, I just want to ask you a question. As well.
All right, chance, and that was Saka there, ball dropped by Everton. Yeah, go on.
With out of the side last play today,
Yeah.
which players, you can look at the people who have gone off as well and players who are on the pitch now.
Yeah.
Which players would you keep out of this squad? Out of who's played today?
Oh, unlucky. There's an opportunity there for Willock and he almost won his head on, he almost turned it in. But who would I keep? Wow. Leno. He can stay. Probably about it. There's many others. Let me see. Nicola Pepe, probably. Saka. It's probably easier for me to go through who I'd get rid of. I'd get rid of Holden. I'll get rid of David Luiz. I'd get rid of El Neni, Ceballos. They're not good enough. As much as they are decent players, they're not good enough for Arsenal. Football Club. Willian can go. Nketiah can go. Out of this lineup, Maitland-Niles should be playing midfield, really, not at right back. So he's not going to play in his natural position, then don't play him. If you're going to play him, then play him centre mid. Kieran Tierney can stay, Saka can stay. Then out of that bench, well, they could probably all leave, apart from maybe Martinelli and Smith Rowe and Willock. Yeah.
Obviously, Runnelston, man, you've not really seen what Runnelston do,
Yeah, exactly. But it's Arsenal Football Club. We shouldn't be having to make that many changes, but there's just got so much dead wood at the club, we kind of have to.
Yeah, no, that's what I was just thinking. And a lot of these players, Michael, you mentioned, if you were to get relegated,
they would all leave.
They'd probably leave anyway.
We wouldn't have a single player on the books. Yeah. And I wonder what they're going to do tomorrow. I think after the Burnley game, they were doing some sort of Lavessa or Lavessi coffee advert. I wonder what the players are going to do tomorrow in celebration of getting Mikel Arteta sacked. Probably wonder what marketing they're going to do tomorrow. Yeah, they love the marketing side, but they don't like playing on a Saturday or a Tuesday night.
Yeah, and a couple of times, Mike.
Or Sunday or Wednesday, whatever. Yeah.
Where teams are about to sell the manager, they normally protest it to local radio or to local media like Sky.
Yeah.
Saying there's going to be no press conference, there'll be nobody speaking from the club tonight.
Yeah.
And then if Arsenal come out and say that, that's when Arteta is gone.
Can you say that? I've literally got to disappear off screen for 1 second.
Yeah, stay there, Mike, and I'll do a bit of commentary for you. So Arsenal have just considered a free kick. It was Saka who considered that free kick. They're just come across for a drink while Richarlison gets a bit of treatment. Mikel Arteta on the screen gives him out some instructions. Just have a look at the standings for you. Liverpool top 31 points after their 7-0 win earlier today. Everton up to second, closing that gap now to just about 5 points. 5 points behind their arch rivals as Arsenal.
Sorry, but I have to do this.
The corner there.
I have to do this. Can you make that out?
Arteta out.
Yeah.
Is that where you went?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And Mike, you've just conceded Conor Miller now, so you keep the ball in on that right hand side as Everton trying to get forward down there. So you've just conceded a corner.
Oh, well, this is where the third goal's going to go in then.
I really where you've gone, but we've taken it short anyway, Mike. So
they keep it in the corner, aren't they? Must have out.
Yeah, try to keep it in corner, and
then there's going to win a free kick. No, here we go. Yeah, you defended it right there, but yeah, under the backs against the wall again now.
Yeah, Arsenal having to do some last minute defending when it should really, with the score as it is, it should be really Everton doing the last minute defending. Not
no pressure from Arsenal at all, no pressing, and just sums up this year. Really, it really does.
All game were lucky there trying to feed it into Corey. Good Martinelli read that situation well for Arsenal.
Oh, nasty! That might be a yellow. In fact, if they VAR that, it might be a red.
From Willock.
Yeah.
As we've gone into 5 minutes of stoppage time, guys.
I don't care, mate. We'd have 55 minutes and we're going to score again past Everton today.
It's a booking for Willock there, but if VAR get involved, I've seen it where the referee's booked him and then VAR's got involved and could potentially see a red. As I just look at this replay once again, that could potentially be a red.
Yeah, I think so as well. If they are going to VAR it, I think it's a very good shot. There might be another disciplinary for Arsenal again, another red card. We haven't had one today yet, have we?
No. Everton are making double change.
Richarlison there. Oh, David Lewis, stop pretending that you actually care, right? He's shaking his hand as he's going off. Stop pretending that you care about this club, right? There's no urgency when you're trying to go forward, right? So don't try and push him off the pitch now. Show that in trying to get the equaliser. Like, don't. Oh, it winds me up.
Yeah, I can tell, Mike. I can tell him. Is John Joe Kenny about to come on for Everton here for Richarlison?
You can have it again.
Arteta out.
Yeah.
Right there, guys. And there's another change coming on. Czech Torsten's about to come on for Everton as well.
Yeah. Calvert-Lewin, is it? And now Ancelotti's just time wasting. Yeah, standard.
He's not sure. He's saying you should have gone up, but he says he's not put the board up. So that he's coming off.
I'll tell you what I will say is in homage to Claude from AFTV, it's time to go.
Yeah, Claude and the bands as well. He's General Arteta. It's time to go.
He's got it, mate. I really, he has to.
Mike, what I'm going to say is, if he's still in charge, when Leeds come to the Emirates on the 13th, where we play, we turn the wild on the floor with you.
Yeah, it probably will. We did it at Ellen Road. We were just unlucky not to get a win. Yeah. More money? What are we saying about money? You said Leeds again. Yeah. Oh, I've said it now as well. I'll stick a few quid in as well.
Leeds.
Oh, that's going up. It's going up now. It's going to pay for our Florida trip, mate. When we go to Gigby. We've got about a minute and a half now to save this mess that we're in. And yeah, probably save Arteta's job. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, Mike, you've got a minute and a half to possibly save your season.
Exactly. Yeah. Because this side, we're not going to get Europa League football. We're not going to get, we're certainly not getting Champions League football. We'll be lucky to finish top half. The
We're
FA
looking to
Cup.
finish our 2 relegation zone, Mike, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. At the moment, the FA Cup and the League Cup competitions that we shouldn't be aiming for, but we have to. We really have to at the moment. And you can't just keep papering over the cracks like we did last season. I thought we could kick on, and we really have gone backwards. We've carried on going backwards. I wonder, even if we get an equaliser, who goes? Honestly.
Yeah, if you get one in these last few seconds now, Mike.
Yeah.
There's no point celebrating. Might as well just call it like we're just talking in a pub to each other. Because that's what basic.
How long we got? 30 seconds. I might even turn it off.
Yeah, mate, you've got 30 seconds left. So if you want to turn it off, Mike, I'll just tell you what happens. Just Arsenal just have possession. Saka's just hit the shot blocked. Yeah, guys. Yeah. I thought I'll take over. Come to man where you can't be. You just watch. Trying to cover your eyes there.
Martinelli again, cleared by. We have put pressure on, but it's too little, too late, really.
Yeah, if you want to put pressure on, don't do it in stoppage time.
Exactly.
Do it with about 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Too little, too late. And that ball across the face.
Saka, there you go. Good save, Pickford. Tom Davis going to whack this one, and it's going to probably be full time, is it, in a minute? Let's have a look. We're over the 5.
Yeah, way over the 5. It's only a minimum, guys.
We're over the 5, so it's time for the banner again.
We're over the 5, so Mikel Arteta, as Mike says, it's time to go.
Yeah.
They played over the 5. They played over 5.5 minutes as Tierney comes up to the edge of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Puts it in. Like his heads it down. Keane knocks it back off his knee.
And Arsenal didn't do anything from it as expected and as happened.
Pickford claims.
We've had all this possession towards the end and still no proper chances. That one there was a good save actually by Pickford, but
and also there, Mike also trying to claim a back pass. You can't really give a back pass for that because you just hit him on his knee and just claims you. We played
they're showing urgency and fight, but it's too little, too late. I'll tell a fantastic player out of his depth as a manager.
Yeah, Mike, what Arteta should have done is done what Lampard's done or Gerrard's done. Gone abroad, gone down to the Championship or gone to Scotland.
Yeah, agreed.
And learned his trade first before coming in straight here.
Yeah,
yes, he's worked under Pep Guardiola.
You can see the projection there. You can really see, and on Holding's face, on all the Arsenal players' faces, you can see that is, and Pepe. Yeah, you can really see that this is a serious, the club's in a right mess. Everton are celebrating and fair play to them, well deserved. You were better start on the day, I'll give you that, and deserve the 3 points, and we'll go on and do well this season. But even the fact, Mikel Arteta is a former Everton player as well. You've got to have a little bit of sympathy for Arsenal, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just run you through some stats, Mike. If you want to hear them, that is, mate. You don't have to hear them if you don't want. It's up to you.
Do your worst.
So possession, Mike. This is not just on the first half. This is both halves. 58% to Arsenal, 42% to Everton.
Yeah.
Total shots: 9 for Everton, 14 for Arsenal.
Yeah.
2 shots each on target.
Mm-hmm.
4 off target for Everton. 7 off target for Arsenal.
Yeah, I know it's poor.
3 blocked shots for Everton. 5 blocked for Arsenal. 4 corners to Everton. 3 for Arsenal. Everton had 1 offside. There was no. Mike, I found a positive.
What's that? No red card today. Yeah.
Oh, close. Plus, Mike, the Arsenal player was flagged offside.
Wow, maybe they should have actually been flagged offside because then again it's the scoring positions.
Yeah, fouls, 9 each. 3
Yeah.
yellow cards. Arsenal had 3 yellow cards to Everton's 1.
Yeah.
If I just look at big chances now, Mike, one big chances each. There's only one big chance from Arsenal today.
I know, and it's the same every single game. We have very little. We have one on target, or one big chance, or 0 big chances in a game, and it's been the same all year. We're like down there in 15th now. We're right in the thick of a relegation scrap, and it is horrible. This football club, Sheffield United are rock bottom of down there, but bar them, anyone can overtake us and go ahead of us. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm just looking here, man. You've got Fulham coming up in April. If this form continues, by the time we play Fulham, it could be in the bottom 3, and Fulham could be climbing up the table.
We could be second bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, going back to the stats, Mike.
Yeah.
549 passes by Arsenal today, 399 for Everton.
Yeah.
Everton 322 passes complete, accurate passes, which was 81% of possession.
Yeah.
Passes, should I say. Arsenal 484 passes was accurate tonight.
Yeah, I don't care. What was the score? I genuinely don't care about stats. What was the score in the top corner?
Yeah, no, Mike. But out of the crosses, Mike,
you
had 18 chances to cross.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal only completed 5 crosses.
Yeah,
out of the 18.
We're happy to pass the ball around and try and probe and whatever, but we're just not good enough at all at the moment. We've lacked a lot of, Aubameyang today, we lack Partey, we lack Gabriel and whatever, but this side, I don't care about stats, Russ. Thanks for sharing them because it makes us look like we've actually been better than we have, but all that matters is the score in the top corner. We've lost again. It's another game we haven't won. Still goes back to October and that fortunate penalty against Man United at Old Trafford. Like, this club is in a massive, humongous state right now.
Yeah, 4 goals scored since October as well, Mike. Exactly. 4 goals scored since October.
Exactly.
Who'd you put the blame on? Do you put it on Arteta or do you put it on the players for that?
Both. The players aren't playing for Arteta, and Arteta's picking the wrong team, the wrong formation, and not changing it adequately.
Yeah, I just thought I'd get your opinion on that, Mike.
And
Mike, before we actually end the stream,
what I will say, 4 goals, right? One of those is from and only one of those is from normal play. We had 2 penalties and 1 set piece.
Yeah, and Mike, before we actually end the commentary, and thanks for letting me be alongside you for this.
No, it was good. It was good as much as defeat can be good. I've enjoyed having you on and everything like that. And it keeps up my record of doing the Gooners Worldwide Gooner Elite podcast since Monday. And we still haven't won some since we've done it yet, so maybe I might stop.
Yeah, and Mike, it also brings my record continues. Every game I've commented on, there's been goals.
Yeah.
And Mike, before we actually leave the podcast in the commentary, should I say, would you like to hold up your note again?
Yeah, mate, why not? You can have it.
And on that note, guys, we'll see you later. Take care. And RS Media will be back with some more live commentaries.
We want Miko out.
Take care, guys. Thanks for having me.
Guys. Cheers. Thank you.